but let's go ahead and begin. First off, welcome. We're going to be doing episode 2 of the Hunters Roundtable podcast that I have started up like last month, I think. It wasn't originally supposed to be a podcast, but people were like, yo, make it a podcast. So I went, cool beans, it's a podcast now. Ooh. So, talking today with the lovely people from Monster Hunter New York City. We've got Wyverian, 4G, and Peanut. Mighty Peanut.
Peanut. It me.
If you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves really quick, either way, tell people who you are, what you do. Maybe talk about Monster Hunter New York City a little bit.
God damn. That's a mess. All right, Mike, you pull up first because I got to take off this book bag.
All right, well, I'm Wyverian, 4G. I'm a tiny content creator right now. I stream on Twitch at Wyverian 4G. And I'm on Twitter every waking moment of my life.
Every waking moment.
Yeah, I pretty much just I guess I'm more of a gameplay eccentric content creator, and I make some guides, and I'm just really silly. Yeah, there you go.
I'm just really silly. There you go. All right, yo, what's good? It's me, John, your boy. I do and run that New York group that everybody heard about. Honestly, yeah, I don't know. What else do I say about it? It's a group that's been around for like 7, 8 years now. I don't even know how long this shit been there. And we're pretty much the only biggest fucking biggest group here in New York. That's it.
I will say you don't have to worry about dropping F-bombs. I'll do like the little dings on those. Okay. But yeah,
my bad.
You Gouda.
All right. But yeah. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well. I guess another thing that I like to start off with is what got you guys into Monster Hunter? Where would you start on that? Like, what was your first games played? What kept you going? What's kept you in? Those sorts of things.
Okay, so mine was Freedom 2 on PSP. I was saying it the other day that one of my friends, I was scrolling through those ISO forums. I saw the game. I saw the Tigrex on the cover, and I was like, what the hell is this doo-doo? And scrolled back past it. My friend came by, had the game, and he showed it off to me. He was like, yo, you have big weapons. You can, you got this big giant environment you can run around in and kill shit. So I was like, oh, okay. And he showed me the game. I was like, oh, this is that game I said was garbage. Then I played it. And from that point on, I fell in love. Like I could not stop playing that game on PSP. Then I got my friends into it. We all used to play together in like his house or in my house, and that was kind of it. I started from Unite. I mean, not Unite. Freedom 2, and then when Unite came out, that was big energy right there.
Big energy.
Mike, what are you doing?
Well, for me, I started with 3U, and I knew about Monster Hunter with
so you
Freedom.
Started with the water?
Yeah, I started with the... It's funny because like Try was like all about water, but like content-wise, it was the driest one. So I think that's kind of funny. But yeah, I knew about Monster Hunter since Freedom because when I used to trading games a lot at this store, I saw Monster Hunter Freedom for PSP, and I was like, what that? Like, it's a Capcom game, but I don't know what it is. But I didn't have a PSP, so I ignored it. So it wasn't until I had a 3DS and I was like, hey, let me try Monster Hunter now. And I didn't like it at first. I thought it was slow. The Royal Ludroth wouldn't stop rolling at me. Like
Sponge dog.
I almost gave up at some point. Eventually it clicked and then I became a fiend. And then like a few months after, that's when I started my Monster Hunter page on Facebook, and it just blew up from there, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
Did you have that what's that called? That Tumblr?
Oh yeah, and I started the Tumblr eventually too.
Oh, that
Oh,
was so
I-
wait, so the Facebook page was first and then the Tumblr?
Yeah, the Facebook page was first, but it was kind of dead for a long time.
Oh, I never knew that.
Then I
Why
went to
you ain't tell
Tumblr.
me this about you?
I don't know.
That information doesn't really help me with anything, so no worries.
Oh man, so you kind of so right when the game came out, you kind of stepped into some early content creation with that, right? Before
pretty
you know,
early.
before your YouTube channel and everything.
Yeah, I've been doing like blog stuff for a while.
That's the best way to start.
Oh yeah.
The easiest way to start.
I don't man, I don't know how the hell you even got into that. Like I couldn't do any of that. That was not my forte, okay? My bad.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's just I like to write, that's why. So, because even when I was in school, I used to write like 5 paragraphs
Yeah.
for like stupid stories. So I just like to write. So I say, hey, I like this game. I can't make videos, so I'll write about it. So
You
that's
know
what I
what?
did for a while.
More power to you, because
Oh.
structured writing was the one thing I hated in school so much.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I hate reading. I hate writing.
So more power to you on, you know, liking to write and everything, man. Keep that
Yeah.
up. Don't lose that. We need good stories now.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Well, all of us were at Festa.
We
So
were.
I kind of want to hear like what your guys' experience of Festa was, because for me it was like my first time getting into a group with a bunch of other people who were just in love with the Monster Hunter series. So that was like a super, you know, first unique moment for me, and I fully enjoyed it. But what's your guys' experience with it? How did you guys like it?
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I don't. Mike, you know what? You start off first. Because man,
Okay.
because all it was for me was just the same old shit y'all about to hear. It's all right. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess for me, it was my first time going to any like convention like setting for a video game. So that was a first. But I am used to being around like crowds of people into like Monster Hunter just because of the group.
Mhm.
And sometimes I'll go to their meetups. I would show up like once a year.
Yo,
But
a wild Mike has appeared.
I would show up and I wouldn't even say anything. I just randomly show up and say hi to John,
Mhm,
and I would stay for maybe like 30 minutes and then go home. But
mhm,
but I
mhm.
was used to the setting. So when I was there, it was really fun. Also, I was drunk. So,
Mhm,
you know,
mhm.
after we
I
didn't
did pick
make
up
it
on that a
to
little bit.
after we didn't make it to top 4, I just got really drunk. So, you know, I was already loose as hell anyway. It was it was just really fun talking and meeting new people. It was nice meeting you in person as well, and seeing Kogath in person as well.
Oh
It was just
yeah,
really
that was your
it
first
was a
time
great
meeting Kogath,
experience.
right?
Yeah, it was my
Okay,
first time.
okay, okay. Just want to be
Well,
sure.
John, it's your turn.
Oh yeah. No man, my time at the Festa. Holy hell. So no sleep. I had 1 hour sleep right beforehand. And the reason why is because I had to make these damn shirts for Mike, myself, and the other 4. I think the other 3.
3, yeah.
Yeah. So, I had no sleep whatsoever. I tried to sleep in the car, but I was so excited. Then I'm sitting next to I was sitting in the front seat. I tried to doze off. I could not sleep. So we get to Boston. By we're like maybe like 10 blocks down. I finally knock out, but you know, give it an hour or less than an hour. I had to wake up again. Worst mistake of my life. Should have just stood up. Uh, the entire time, the Festa was like during the Festa, I had 2 cans of fucking Red Bull. I was on crack cocaine at this point. And I couldn't. I don't know, man. That the way they set up everything, I was so hype. I was also just really like nervous. My anxiety was off the roof. And this is like a normal kind of thing for me to, be a part of. But like this, man, competing in the tournament was just a completely different level of like anxiety. We were, what was it, Heat 4? And I didn't even want to like, I was hoping that we were going to be somewhere along the last people to do stuff, but they had full groups. I was stuck there so much that I almost missed our spot to to get into the to play the game against Bamboro. And that was because I was talking to Shepard and Omnitoad, and I'm like, I can't. I'm like anxious as hell. So finally we did my thing. We lost. Uh sadly. We did make a good time, surprisingly. With no sleep. Mike, I'm not even sure what were you doing. You had enough sleep because damn you. He was
I just
knocked
remember
out.
that the TOs were like, "That's a really great time."
I thought
and-
we had it. You
Yeah,
was,
we were
he
like,
was,
"This is
TO was
it."
like, that's great. And another came over and was like, that's a really good time. I'm like, okay, are we about to be asked out right now? Because if I end up on stage, I'm gonna the dude who grabbed the mic would be nothing compared to my like, I'd be falling apart. But yeah, no, I had an amazing amount of fun meeting all of you guys. Shadow, like you, it was high energy with you, high energy with Coconuts, everybody else. Like I couldn't, I loved it. I want it again. We need that. We need that kind of stuff. Community type shit like that. That is the thing right there. That is what drives this community.
Yeah, I fully agree on that. That was a ton of fun, and yeah, like you guys said, it was great meeting you both in person.
Yeah.
maybe next time we meet, you'll have a little bit more sleep.
I definitely will. We will prepare for this.
But yeah, I mean, I would love to like make a weekend trip out to New York now that I know I can get there in like 6 hours from where I live. So,
Oh,
I mean,
okay. Yeah, don't do it anytime soon because it's Corona. But
no, this is the best time to travel. What do you mean?
oh yeah, flights are like half off. Train
Yeah,
fares,
it's super
nothing.
cheap.
Damn, son. You can pre-book it, right? You can book ahead of time.
You should be able to do something like that. Yeah, easy,
All right.
easy.
But yeah, no, I'm so glad to have met everybody actually in person, and there was an amazing, as silly as it was at certain points with the stream being all broken and whatnot. I definitely had my fair share of fun and will definitely do it again. If it came down to it. If I had no sleep this time, I'd do it again. Like, oof, I don't know.
Yeah. I think
yeah.
this is definitely something I'd plan on going to again in the future. I don't know
hope
if
so.
I'd drive next time. I might end up flying. For
You
if it
said it was
ever
a
is.
6-hour drive.
It's a 6-hour drive to New York, but the total trip was like 11 hours to get to Boston. Yeah.
Shit,
Dang.
okay.
I left at like 1:30 in the morning where I live, and it took me up until about noon to actually pull into Boston. So
That's
it was a
crazy.
long drive.
Okay. Now, yeah, don't do that again.
Yeah, definitely flying next time.
Yeah,
Getting a better
that's
hotel
idea.
too. Yeah.
What kind of hotel did you?
We were in a hotel about 20 minutes outside the city.
Oh,
Or like
damn.
it wasn't in like actual Boston. I think we were in like Watertown or something like that.
Watertown.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Pokemon?
It felt like it.
Damn, that's crazy.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So
Next time.
what was your guys' time?
It was 3:46.
Yeah, 3:46 in some seconds.
Yeah, like
After
41
that.
seconds or something.
That is actually really close to the fourth place time, which I think was
Yeah,
like 3:33, 3:34, something like that, right?
Yeah.
So
Something
fast.
Coastline. I was so mad because our friend who came with us too, two of them, they got the time of 3:41,
Oof.
and I just told them to fuck off. But I was surprised enough that I got to that point with no sleep. So
Right.
if I had enough sleep, I think we probably would have been able to do it.
Now you guys did practice runs for it leading up to that, right?
Oh yeah, we did. We did a lot. Yeah, Mike came over a whole shit ton of times. It was every Wednesday we streamed, and every Saturday we hosted a small practice tournament at Waypoint.
Okay.
So we had people so like that people can adjust and get used to being around a crowd or being surrounded by people. If they do have social anxiety, like this will kind of like take them out of their bubble. And it did help. It helped Anthony especially, which was good because he's has a lot of social anxiety. So it helped him out. I would assume so because he does not like being around people.
I don't blame him. I don't have much of a social anxiety, but playing within a crowd and having people looking over your shoulder while you're doing everything, that is definitely a very different experience from playing in front of a Twitch chat. Yeah,
exactly. So I wanted something like that to mimic what we were gonna have. We had the headphones in place in case people wanted to use it, but nobody used it except myself and possibly Mike.
Well, I used it with you. Remember the Japanese player that was in the hall?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You said hello to him or good morning or something like that.
I think I said, okay, so we put our headphones on and there was a Japanese player in our hall, and I said hello to test the mic, and the Japanese player was like, "Hello, I'm from Japan," and I was just like, "Oh, konbanwa."
Yeah, I looked at Mike. I was like, "Oh shit." I told him not to.
Why would you say that?
I was like, why are you replying to him? And he joined our room because we were doing arena quest. So he posted up arena and joined my quest. And I was like, Mike, why would you talk to him? Because
we gotta kick him.
Yeah, we had to kick him, sadly.
Now I feel bad about it.
Yeah, I felt like shit. And I looked at him, I was like, why would you do that? And I had to now go. This is so sad. We look like straight like jerks. All right, but it turned out all right, whatever at the end. It was funny. It was a good laugh. But I wanted, like I said, it was just to make sure that people were comfortable in their own kind of thing.
Right. That's actually a really good way of doing it. I wish that was something that I had the opportunity to do around here. I probably would have done a little bit better. We hit 5 minutes, like 5 minutes, almost dead even.
Damn.
And we were upset because our best run was like 3:36 in practice. So
look at that, man.
So the nerves definitely got to us a bit there. Maybe we should have taken a page out of your book and just not slept the night before.
Yeah, that's right. That's how you unleash the brain.
Too tired to care.
Yes, exactly. Me and Mike got, I think we were going against Hernie's time. He was supposed to team up with our friend Anthony, but he got the position to do commentary.
Mm-hmm.
So when he told us about that, we had beat his time, I think, by about like 1 second or something like that. No, it was some time, and we beat it by like 10 seconds after. They had they had something. What was it? Not 2. They had 3 minutes and something. Me and Mike got 3:20.
Damn.
At home. Sadly, we did not mimic that exact time.
No, but your time was still very consistent with what you could do, you know?
Yeah.
We kind of had a script that wasn't a script. It was like we knew exactly what to do.
Yeah.
But it wasn't something like we wrote down or something.
No, that's too extreme for me, man. You talking about writing at the time that I had no brain cells. You can write that shit.
I think that's the way we approached that fight too. Like we knew what we had to do when we had to do it, but we knew that like making one little mistake would also really add a bunch of time on it too. And that's just unfortunately how it ended up playing out for us.
Shadow, my bad for interrupting.
No, you good.
Did you guys like try to trap him in that corner? Like in the
We
corner?
tried to get him to that corner. That is the hardest thing to do with Bamboro, is herd him into the corner,
Yeah.
and just wail on him. But yeah, eventually he just broke away from us a couple times and used the tree
Damn.
one too much. And you know, end of the day, it just did us in. But I mean, as salty as we felt because we knew we could do better, I think we still had a really good time doing that.
Yeah, no, that's a lot better than most times that I've seen on there. That was it 8 minutes, 10 minutes?
Oh my
was
god,
another
I saw some people basically hitting the 15-minute mark on that
one? Oh,
hunt.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, which I know, I
Yes.
think is their disqualifying time is if you hit the
Yes.
15 minutes. Yeah,
That is nuts.
it's
Yeah.
insane. But I think a lot of people really only did the speed running just to get into Festa because the tickets went out so fast.
Yes. That's right. I forgot about that.
I really think that's what people did. Maybe to get some of the exclusive stuff too.
Yeah, I forgot that we were trying to tell a friend of ours if they wanted to join us, they could have we couldn't bring them in because obviously we had a +1.
Right.
But if they wanted to join the Festa, hey, participate in the tournament. That's the only way you're getting in. But I guess they didn't come. They couldn't come because they couldn't fit in the car. So I guess it worked out in the end. Saved a bunch of time and leg pressure.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so let me do this. So we used I used bow, and then my partner used switch axe. So what was the weapon composition you guys ended up going in with?
It was hammer bow that we
Hammer
used.
bow. Okay.
Yeah. We weren't going in with that mentality in the beginning. He wanted to use longsword. And I was
not working for us.
It was not. We kept hitting 6 minutes, and we was like, this is just horrendous. And I was sitting there like, yo, if any speedrunner comes, it's over.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I mentioned Chris, and I was like, because Chris was asking around on Twitter about who's going to be at the Festa.
Yeah.
And I
I
said,
remember that.
when he posted that, I turned to Mike, and I'm like, this dude might possibly come, and if he comes, we lost.
We done. Well, I ended up commenting. I ended up like throwing out threads out there, and he was like, "Hey, who's all going to be at Festa?" I'm like, "I'm there. Are you going to be there?"
Once he made that post, I was like, oh shit. And then Henry was like, hey, like, yeah, I know a bunch of dudes who are speedrunners and they're going too. I'm like, oh my god, we have Henry, we got Chris. What the hell are we gonna do? We need some type of representation. So like that's why I try to team up Henry with Anthony. It was gonna be me and Mike. Because Henry, before Mike came a thing, Henry asked if I had a partner. And I was like, you know what? No, I do. And I might do it with Mike. So we're gonna need to find somebody for you. And if it wasn't for Henry doing commentary, then I think, I don't know, things would have been way different, especially for times.
It would have
Anthony's
at least been
incredible.
4th place.
Oh, yeah. Oh shit. Oh man. I don't know, because Henry, Anthony and Henry, they got like 3:27 as their fastest time. We beat that at home, but Henry is incredible with the bow, or almost with any weapon. And Anthony is incredible with hammer. He's just a straight hammer user. So that kind of like synergy right there that they have to begin with, since they do know each other, that would have been stomping grounds for us. We would have never made it at least near 4th.
That would have been pretty fun to watch, though, to be honest with you.
It would have. It honestly would have. But I'm so glad he was not participating. So I was like, you know what? Henry he's up on stage, He's doing him. You know what? That gives us an advantage. Then I saw Chris. He goes up there, and I'm like, perfect. He's not a part of it. We're winning. We lost.
Easy.
We still lost.
You landed in a really good spot, though. I would imagine you guys are easily top 10 as far as like how the score breakdowns were. And I was really hoping they would put like a leaderboard of how the score breakdowns were happening.
That would have been really, really good.
It would have been really cool. Capcom, if you happen to see this next year, have a leaderboard. We're curious. We want to know.
Please. This is this kind of stats kind of stuff that we need.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. But no, speaking of Chris, did you guys actually get a chance to meet Chris at all?
I think Mike did longer than I did. I said hi to him and we took a group picture, but it wasn't for very long.
Okay. Okay.
For it wasn't long for me either. It was for me. I took a shot with TSC.
Okay.
So yeah, I talked to TSC for a bit, but not Chris.
All right. All right. I met Chris. He actually walked up to me. We literally just walked into the venue and we were standing off to the side, kind of looking around. And I was wearing a Team Darkside hoodie that day.
Oh yeah, I saw
And,
that.
yeah, he just walks up and he's like, "Is that my hoodie?" And he's just super friendly guy. Super friendly guy. If you guys ever get a chance to meet him in the future, I highly recommend like sitting down and actually talking with him.
Definitely.
The dude
when he has more time and he doesn't look as anxious as he was up there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was definitely nervous about doing commentary for that. I don't know how Hernie was feeling. I couldn't get a read off of him when I was chatting with him, but Chris was definitely coming off as a little bit nervous.
I mean, Henry, we did speak to Henry like many times, and he was nervous. From what he told me, he was nervous at first, but he thought about it like if it was his own stream.
Yeah.
And he calmed down. He was able to like adjust. They both were great.
Yeah. Oh no, they were fantastic.
Yeah. Chris being, I don't know. I think English is his second language or something like that. He was incredible.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was incredible. He still did a good job. He did an amazing job.
Especially towards the last two matches.
Oh
It got
yeah,
really hyped.
yeah.
And I feel really bad for Chris only because like he got fucking vibe checked on his headset. Like
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, it was so loud. Like, and you see him like rip off the headset, and that in itself just looked really painful. Hopefully, the boys at Capcom can fix that little fix the little audio issue. But that's it. Everything was great. Chris did very well. Henry did fantastic. I am hoping that they hire them again, like especially Henry, man. I'm really hyped and psyched about that stuff.
I would love for them to pick up more Monster Hunter content creators in the future for events like that, just because Festa went off so well because of that reason.
Oh yeah. You get familiar faces, it pulls people in.
Yeah, especially if they could do like announcements at like E3 or something like that with the content creator coming out and announcing it. Stuff like that would be really hype.
Yes.
At least for the fans, it would be.
Imagine we're gonna get Kanta.
Oh my god, we'll finally know what Kanta looks like.
Maybe.
It'll be a 2D. It'll be a 2D representation. Yeah, it won't even be. It won't actually be Kanta. It'll just be. It'll be like a Kanta's drawing with a voice changer or something like that.
Yeah.
Keeping the mystery alive.
Yep, that would be crazy as hell. But no, Capcom should do stuff like that. The community is what is holding strong right now.
Yeah, no, 100%. All right. So speaking of the community, right after Festa, we had I don't know how you guys would how would be like a good way of describing it. We had conversations, maybe is a good way of putting it, about the whole casual versus speedrunning thing. And Wyverian, I know you put out the tweet. And I watched the tweet and I actually agreed with, basically everything you were saying and that about how people should come together, not giving each other shit about how you play.
Yes,
just come together as a community and, play. But there were definitely a lot of people who felt very, very differently.
Yeah,
so,
in the comments for sure.
Yeah. So what were your thoughts behind that? What was the vibe that you were feeling when that started really blowing up?
Oh, my whole I mean, my point was, no matter how you play, we're all fans of this game and we need to come together more often.
Right.
But I felt like there were people like, oh, well, speedrunners gives the community a bad name because they're so toxic. And it's like, I feel like there are issues on both sides,
Mhm.
And some people act like there's no middle ground, like, why can't you be good at the game but not speed run because you don't like speed running,
Mm.
like
Right.
that's a very small percentage in any game, you know like maybe less than 1% speed runs Zelda games.
Mhm,
You know what
mhm.
I'm saying? So it's like, for me, a lot of people miss the point. And some people probably saw me as putting down speedrunners, and that wasn't what I was doing.
Yeah.
In fact, like Henry said, I watch speedruns all the time. Like I'm friends with a lot of speedrunners.
Mhm.
And that's how I learn a lot of the tech that I teach people about from speedrunners. So I mean, I think both sides of the community can learn from each other, but I feel like a lot of people don't want to do that.
Okay.
And it's just unfortunate because it did blow up for a while, and a lot of people saw it as a positive message. But then, like, once two speedrunners came at me a wrong way, it just devolved into a whole different thing, and it just became entirely negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and
It
that
was misunderstood.
well, that's basically what I was getting from it too. Is that there were people who were definitely misunderstanding the message that you were trying to get across, and I think some of that might also just be because of like a language barrier. Because I do know some of the speedrunners come from like European countries where maybe English wasn't their first language or whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I personally don't see the toxicity that happens to speedrunners. And I do consume a lot of speedrunning content myself with the whole Monster Hunter series. But
I've done the same. I
yeah,
like watching it. It's really good to see those kind of strats, but I wouldn't say that that's the entirety of the game.
oh no, not at all.
Oh, not at
Definitely,
all.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that I was really glad that you kind of put out there. It's like just enjoy the game how you like enjoying it. Because I think it was an issue that we saw pop up when Jinx and Tuna were making their math videos for the sets and everything, where people were taking those as this is the set you have to use. You're garbage if you don't use this set kind of deal. And they're just like,
Yeah.
no, you play the game how you want. We're just giving you the information, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I definitely agreed with your message, but I do also agree that there were some people who probably took that the wrong way. I just wanted to get how you were feeling and see if you had any like clarifications you wanted to make on that or anything.
I mean, like, as far as like TSC goes, like, I have nothing against him. And I saw him on the podcast with Fumetto,
Mm-hmm.
and he said the same thing. So I mean, that's good, I guess. But for like Peppo and the other guy that wasn't happy with what I said, I don't have much else to say. I mean, you play how you play. I think my issue is that some people put speedrunners on a pedestal,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's the main issue. It kind of mirrors the Smash community where people look at these pro players as gods and not just people that are good at the game.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's more people like looking at the way they play and then going, that's exactly how you should play. Every other way is irrelevant, basically, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. Look, man, the game is a game.
Yeah, 100%.
The game is niche as hell anyway to begin with. Why are we now segregating everybody? Just bring it together. That what the Festa showed, that people can come together and have a good time. Speedrunners, not speedrunners, who cares?
Yeah.
Like this. I so many times that's happened at our meetups where like somebody is like, oh, they're using a horn. And this dude would like shit on everybody, like, oh, why are you using that weapon? It's such a shitty weapon, and blah blah blah. He stopped playing the game. They just leave. They don't come back to the meetups anymore. They're being pushed away. Like, that kind of doesn't really help us as a community, and it doesn't help us. It doesn't help the game, and it sucks.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no, 100%. Though
I can understand playful banter, but I can't get over the fact that people are like really trying to like shit on you just because you did this wrong, or the type of weapon you're using, or because you have heat guard in the snow. Who cares? You have a decoration that has that. Who cares? Tell them that they have the issue. I mean, tell them that constructive criticism is good. Like, tell them that, hey, maybe what could help you with this quest is if you do this. Don't be like, well, you're fucking garbage and you shouldn't play the game because you have heat guard. So
Right,
like,
right.
or input whatever decoration you want there. But look, I don't know. I just find that kind of stuff silly. Mike made a really good point, and that's honestly, whoever took it the wrong way. My personal opinion is just like, you get your stick out of your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. I will say one thing though, don't shit on us horn players, guys. We're there.
see?
We're here.
See,
We're gonna
the
keep
hunting
playing
is
horn.
great.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't
no,
even know.
Horn is-
Next Festa, I hope they
Oh,
put in
yeah.
a hunting horn Final Four. I'm gonna make it, and I'm gonna do what TSC did with the insect glaive. I'm just gonna.
Did you not see that insect glaive play?
Dude, he was so fantastic when he was literally just doming this monster. I'm watching the whole
Yes.
time, like, oh my god.
Insane. I did not expect insect glaive and duels to be the thing that destroys it
So
in such a short amount of time.
Dual Blade I kind of got, but
Yeah.
when TSC came out and said I literally only spent the last month learning Insect Glaive for this one run, I was like, there's no way. Like, I've watched people who've been playing Insect Glaive for so long, and you were doing things I've never even seen them do. Like,
Yeah.
it's insane.
I was blown away by it. Damn. And it was literally, and then what was it? Yuri also made a post. He's like, so who's gonna who's gonna make the what was it? The build sets for Insect Glaive and KO.
Yeah,
And it's just like, dude, that's now that at this point is gonna be meta.
Probably.
It's a meta build. That's
probably,
it.
yeah. Oh my god,
it was
it was
crazy.
such a great run.
That was.
I mean,
It really
not
was.
to mention that Sam has just been fantastic at this game, period. So when, she was up there, she was doing her thing, and then to come out and have such a strong supporting cast with TSC doing his
Yeah.
Insect Glaive thing, it was just fantastic all around. Because I think Nami got one attack to wet the battlefield off that entire run.
Yes. Like it wet like 2 spots.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if it vibe checked at that point. Like I don't
Didn't
remember.
get to.
Yeah,
Didn't get to.
it never
Look at
got
that.
the chance to.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. They kept that thing wet.
Oh man.
Excuse me. What in Henry terms, hydrated.
Hydrated.
Quote unquote hydrated.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Oh boy.
Let's see. What else can we go on about? So we got Festa. We got some Festa stuff out of the way. Talked a little bit on some controversy.
Yeah. Controversial.
So as far as your views on where the series is going to go from here, like I'm almost expecting an announcement. Well, I was almost expecting an announcement until Corona decided it wanted to ruin the world's events.
Yeah.
But I was expecting them to come out and make a Switch-specific announcement either this year at E3 or the Tokyo Game Show. So what are you guys' thoughts on like where the series is going to go from here? I know we still have some content that needs to be released on Iceborne, but after that, we know more is coming. So where do you want to see it? What are your thoughts on how that's going to go?
I'm expecting Boneless World for the Switch. All dry bones, just give you the monster. I don't know. Honestly, what the quality of life changes that world has brought to Monster Hunter, and did I say that correctly? I don't even know. Whatever. Whatever quality of life changes that happen in world, I think that's going to get passed on to other games. I'm not entirely sure if there's going to be one on the Switch. It would be cool, but I'm expecting nothing more than Boneless World.
So I do know they said that in the past they were still going to make Switch Monster Hunter games, but I personally don't think it's going to be anything like World or anything like that, which is why I think a lot of people are hoping for stories too to come out. But
oh yeah, okay, I forgot about that. On the Switch would be nice.
It would be fantastic. Yeah.
I haven't played the first one, so that would probably motivate me to play the first one.
hoping they do a Switch port, to be honest with you.
That would be oh no, actually that would be great. I don't see that as an issue.
Me either. A lot of people don't, because it was a great game, and we definitely go out and buy it and support it, like we did with Gen Ultimate when they ported that up to the Switch.
Yeah, that you see that kind of stuff, I don't mind. Maybe
What I think though,
go ahead.
Oh, let's hear it.
I was
Let's hear
gonna
it.
I think that Team 2 is working on a Switch title.
Oh, you
And
think so?
I think shut up. I think that I think it's gonna be like, I think they're gonna use like a modified version of World's graphical engine, like modified as in like downgraded a bit.
Mhm.
And I think it's gonna use those quality of life changes, because I mean they haven't been doing nothing this whole time. I'm pretty sure they're working on something.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I think the big thing is gonna be Monster Hunter 6, and that's gonna be on PS5 for sure.
God,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Though I don't
Happening.
expect we would see 6th gen Monster Hunter probably for another 2 or 3 years at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I know. Yeah.
But
I mean, go ahead.
we have
go
a
ahead, my
long.
bad.
I was gonna say we have a laundry list of things that we definitely want to see on it, which is like cross-platform play, cross saves.
Ooh,
you know.
I like that. I like that
Yeah.
idea.
That's the one thing the community has been asking for pretty heavily since World came out. So it'd be nice to see them get that added in.
Oh, please, because I don't even know. Would that create a divide in itself?
I think that would literally bring everyone together, because I've had people hop in my streams, and I'm sure you guys have had it too,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
people are like, yeah, we only play on PC, or we're only playing on an Xbox, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, I'm playing it on PlayStation 4 right now when a PC player hops in, or I switch over to PC, and it's like, well, I only play it on PlayStation 4, and it's like, well, the jumping back and forth doesn't help, but
No, yeah, you're right.
I definitely
right.
think it would bring the community together a lot more.
I hope
I
so,
agree.
man. Can we get some engine apps in space though? Like
Monster Hunter Galaxy.
yeah, Monster Hunter Galaxy, dude.
We were talking about the last festival in the Gathering Hub and how it was kind of like space themed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were like, what if this is a hint at Monster Hunter Galaxy? What if we fight
The new-
Valtrax on the moon?
The new exclusive Nintendo Switch title, Monster Hunter Galaxy.
That would be insane.
They're gonna hit you with the wombo combo where it's gonna be Monster Hunter World 2.
Oh
Oh,
God,
no.
no! Just call it Otherworld then. Monster Hunter Otherworld.
The new world.
The new world, yeah. That world. Oh
Jesus.
man, that's so dumb.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay.
I've been trying to preach that to Yuri for years now. Engine apps in space, man. That's how you do it. All right,
I don't even know where to begin with that. To be
I
honest
don't
with you.
either.
But it would be kind of cool seeing some other games that kind of take some of the ideas from Monster Hunter and put it in like situations that Monster Hunter doesn't touch. Like space would be really neat
Oh, the space would be.
with like
Oh, but-
mecha or something.
Oh my God! Everybody would complain about low gravity. Oh, this is like water combat in 3U. Oh,
They
man.
get over it. They got over it in 3U. They'll get over it there.
Bring back underwater fights.
Yeah, this is okay. So this is like the
Mike is
second
quiet.
time. This is like the second or third time I've heard people say that bringing back underwater fights, and I personally think that could work on modern hardware, like
Yes,
very easily.
Mike, you seem to be quiet here, huh? You don't like that idea?
It didn't hydrate them enough.
I hated underwater fights so much. I did not like.
We were speaking about it yesterday on stream, and I think it's honestly, with the current controls and stuff like that, fluids, movement, and whatnot, I think underwater fights would be pretty cool again.
I think it would definitely work out a lot better than it did on a 3DS. And
Because
the
the
Wii.
camera was the big issue.
Yes. So fuck what your thoughts were, Mike. You would not stay.
Oh,
Bring
that's
it
funny.
back.
Bring it back. Give us that content.
Yes. Yes, please.
So, speaking of content, you're both content creators. I guess the first question I should ask is how you even got started content creating in the first place.
Ooh, Mike,
And
you
you
go
go
ahead.
first.
'Cause- Yeah, you going first because you were the real content man.
Oh, I'm not.
I mean, Twitch streaming with the
Still
the
content.
Monster Hunter New York channel is still content. Yeah.
It's you know what? All right, cool. All right, we'll do that. But Mike, go ahead. 'Cause he's I'm just that guy.
Right,
Because he's
right.
real.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. So after the blog stuff, I dipped my toes into YouTube for a while. Like I remember I was playing God Eater 2 and I made 2 weapon guides, and for a tiny channel, they kind of blew up, got around like 22K views.
Wow.
But then I just stopped. I stopped. Not to mention those videos were horrible when I look back on them. Like my fire alarm sound was going off in the background. Someone in the comments was like, "Turn it off." But I guess maybe like after 2 years, I decided I don't know why it just clicked to me like, "Hey, I love Monster Hunter. I have a page. Why don't I just consistently make YouTube videos and stream?" And it was a daunting decision because I knew that if I wanted to really do this, I had to take it super seriously. So I literally had to make a regimen, and I had to tell myself like I'm going to stream this amount of time throughout the week. And I made Twitch affiliate in like 2 weeks because I just started streaming consistently for 2 weeks. I had my page. I brought people over to Twitch that way. And then it was really after my page hit 10K on Facebook, that's when things really started taking off for me. And then I came back to Twitter, which I didn't really use. I had it for like 4 years, and I came back to Twitter with like 200 or so followers, and I made it a mission to build myself up on there. And in about 3 months, I made it to 900, and now I'm over 1,000. So I'm really like pushing it there. So I guess I've been dipping my toes into content for years now, so that's why it doesn't come hard for me to do right now. But the consistency is the most important part, and it can be really hard sometimes because life gets in the way and situations in life you got to deal with. So stuff I can't get on. I can't get into on here, but
no. That's completely fair because there's stuff that
to the personal, man.
yeah, there's stuff that definitely pops up for me. So I definitely get where you're coming from on that. Consistency is definitely the hardest thing, but if you can pull it out, it's definitely the best thing that you can do.
Yeah.
I mean that's pretty much it. Aside from the fact that my day job, I cut it down to just the weekends. Because I don't have too many bills to pay, so I make enough to pay my bills and have some money on the side. While on the weekdays, I work on my YouTube projects and I stream now, so just have so much time to do all that stuff now.
You see, now I'm really jealous. I'd love to cut my job down to just the weekends.
It's only because I'm staying with my family right now, so I still have enough, and I make 15 an hour at my job, so it's enough to pay my rent, my family rent, my bills, and still have just a bit to save up for myself. So it's perfect right now.
Okay. Still very jealous. What about you?
You know,
No.
yeah, my small time career in content creation. I like making silly videos, but I don't really make like meme videos, any videos that's been big. Maybe I'll dabble here and there. Mike has been like making me want to do kind of stuff like that, but I don't have the patience to sit in front of a screen and mess around with editing and whatnot. Streaming on the side though, like it's fun. It does make me feel a bit weird, to be honest. Only because like I'm not talking to actual people, and I'm more used to that than I am talking to an inanimate object in front of me. but I do the Twitch stuff. That's what I do. I got to keep the community somewhere, and if we don't have meetups, then we do like Twitch stuff.
Right.
I gotta keep this alive. I don't know. That's. Would you like to repeat that question?
it was mostly just like where you got started with your content creation, but I think you answered it pretty well.
Yeah, it was mostly the Twitch was made about a year into the beginning of the group. I never used it. I just had the name there, and I was thinking of doing it, but I don't have the supplies and stuff like that. I ain't rich, I get a monthly income. I live not in the best of places, and they ain't a lot of money to come by. So it all started just, I guess, like off the whim. We needed to create a community. We're getting bigger, and things needed to happen. So I needed to bust my ass. So I got a team together. We're trying to do what we can, but life, like Mike said, has always been that thing that just stops you and it makes you wanna end it.
In the words of Jeff Goldblum, life finds a way.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's annoying. But I try to keep it going. I'm horribly inconsistent with streams. I went almost like almost a whole year without doing it. But I've been trying to come back. Mike I want to help Mike do his thing. Like, Mike definitely deserves this kind of stuff. Henry's the same way. Like, I love these boys so much, and I'm doing it for them. Okay, that's it.
That's friendship right there. Man. That's friendship. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, no, it's always, I always put myself last. I'll be here till the end of time. But I want them to, do their thing. So
right.
Got to do something. So
I feel that. That's a great way. Of going about it too. Nothing wrong with that.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. I hope not.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Anybody gives you shit for it, you can tell them ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I hope so. Because if you got a problem, we can catch his hands.
My gosh.
Oh man.
All right. Well, speaking on that,
Yes.
I mean, this is basically it. It was this nice little hour of talking, getting to know people, getting their thoughts. The Festa experience was probably the big meat and potatoes of this whole conversation dinner we've been having.
So we do want to do more on that. So maybe we can talk about that a little later if you want, or we can elaborate that at some other time if you want. I don't know.
More Festa stuff, or
yes, actually, we wanna do like a Festa, but we want to gather all of community stuff. We kind of want it like Festa, but with the boys in the community, basically.
Right.
Basically a grassroots Festa.
Yeah.
I am 100% down for that idea, actually.
Yes.
That would be incredible.
If, since you're not that far from us anyway, and after Corona goes off and jumps a cliff, we'll be talking more. We might have to actually cancel this meetup on Saturday because of this whole nonsense. So when this dies over, we'll speak into it more, and we'll let you know, like, basically.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm sure anybody who's listening to that right now, or listening to this right now, would 100% be down for something like that.
Yeah,
because I've been trying to get like meetups around where I live, but it is so damn hard finding people who aren't busy in a city that's basically a military city, who aren't busy to get together and play games like this. So
yeah, that's always stuff it's hard to find anywhere that isn't like a densely populated no life zone.
Yeah.
Like New York. But hey man, keep going around and asking random people. You gotta swallow that and just be like, yo, you play Monster Hunter? Yeah. That's what I did.
We gonna get together. Yeah, no, that's definitely a good way of going about it. But yeah, so this brings us basically to the end of this. So I guess the way we're gonna end this is go ahead and shout yourselves out, tell people where they can find you, tell people give everybody all of the information they need to know on how they can come and watch you do your thing.
Oh, Mike, go ahead.
Oh my God.
You got the floor, Michael.
Well, I was on Facebook, but the page I'm not gonna post there anymore because Facebook's algorithm is trash.
Yeah,
So,
it definitely got worse.
Yeah, it's way worse. So you can find me on Twitter because I'm there every single day. At Yvarian4G. You can find me there, and on Twitch, I stream Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. You can find me there at Yvarian4G as well.
Okay. You've also got a YouTube channel too, right? Shout out that channel.
My YouTube, you're right. Okay, so
That's right.
my YouTube is just Yvarian, so you should be able to find me easily. It's gonna be a picture of my hunter. So
Yvarian with one Y.
With one Y.
one Y.
And Herney with 3. Oh shit. Yeah. Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Oh shit. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing my own thing sooner or later, but I'm gonna do only the group stuff. You can find my Twitter, personal Twitter, is xXMightyPeanut, with one Y, with 2 X's. The group, Twitch, the group Twitch is twitch.tv/Monster Hunter NYC. You can find us there playing games at like 6-ish, 7-ish. Well, you can stay posted on Twitter in order to know when I'm streaming because I'm horribly inconsistent. So, I'll get better and I'll make a schedule. I gotta follow Mike's fucking ways, and I kind of don't like it because Mike is worky man, and I don't like to worky man. But that's honestly like what we got. There's too many links to do that with. I'm not saying all the links.
Well, don't worry, because guys, the links will be down in the description below for everything here. So if you do want to check them out, after you get done watching this video, be sure to go check them out.
God, that makes it so much better.
Yeah, so I would be stealing your links from you here in just a bit.
Okay, no problem. You can definitely take my text. But yeah, no, we'll be around. You can see us on there. We usually play with Mike. There is other people also, by the way. I'm not the only streamer on this because this is a community page for Twitch. So from time to time you will see other people streaming on it. But show them the same love and respect that you do with everybody else or myself or whatever. You come in with that same energy. All right? Don't sit there and be like, oh, it's him. I don't want to watch him.
I don't want to watch him. I want to be positive, but I don't really want to watch you right now.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it. That's honestly it.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for coming out and doing this little hour of talking with me. It was a good fun.
No problem. No. Thank you. You're so kind.
I was just sitting there. I was like, there's people at I meant to actually like ask people at Festa about this, but besides leaving my business cards, I completely spaced out and doing this as well. Again. Yeah. So again, thanks guys. Every time bring the business cards.
Yeah.
I'll definitely bring them to New York.
Please do. Please. That would be very nice.
Oh my gosh, but that's it. That's going to be it for this whole little talk. Guys, thank you so much for coming out and giving this video a watch. Don't forget to go and support the lovely guys over at Monster Hunter New York City and Yvarian4G, because you're going to love the content they put out. They're fantastic, and yeah, you're just going to love it. So thanks for coming again, guys. I'll see you hopefully in episode 3 whenever that comes out.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
If you guys like this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and leave a comment down below letting me know what your favorite part of this video was. I also stream 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, over on twitch.tv/shadowmains. So be sure to stop in, say hello, and, you know, just come and hang out. But in the meantime, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.